आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। आजादी का सफर AIR न्यूज के संग। आजादी का सफर with AIR News. India's glorious fight for freedom is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the valiant struggle every day. In today's episode, we talk about one of the heroes of India's freedom struggle, Undi Veeran, and about the foremost social reform organization, the Brahmo Samaj. Today is the day when a great son of India was martyred in the fight for freedom way back in the year 1771. He was Undi Veeran Pagadai, the one-man army from Tamil Nadu. Undi Veeran was one of the first warriors to rebel against the East India Company. He was born in Sankarankovil of Tenkasi district of Tamil Nadu. He was the commander-in-chief of Buli Devan's army, who ruled Tirunelveli area. East India Company acquired the revenue collecting rights of southern Tamil Nadu from the Nawab of Arcad. Buli Devan and his lieutenant Undi Veeran refused to accept the British domination. Undi Veeran led the army and fought many battles with the British and won them all.
மகிமை கொண்ட மண்ணின் மீது எதிரிகளின் கால்கள் மலர் பறிப்பதில்லையடா வீரர்களின் கைகள் சென்று வா வென்று வா வெல்க நாடு வெல்க நாடு வெல்க வெல்கவே.
During one of the wars, the East India Company arrested Buli Devan from his fort and beheaded him. Undi Veeran was enthroned as the king. He continued to fight the British and also took care of Buli Devan's family. In all, Undi Veeran fought 11 battles against the East India Company. Finally, on the 20th August 1771, near Manur village of Tirunelveli district, even after being fatally wounded, Undi Veeran led his army to victory against the British. But after the war, the fearless warrior succumbed to injuries. Today, a memorial has been built at Manur, beckoning the coming generations to pause and ponder on the life of the great warrior.
It was on this day in 1828 that the first session of Raja Ram Mohan Roy's Brahmo Samaj was held in Kolkata. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a pioneer social reformer in India who paved the way for progress in India under British rule. Roy was also an important figure in the Bengal Renaissance movement, often being called the father of the Bengal Renaissance. The Brahmo Samaj is credited with being one of the most important reform movements in India, which led to the foundation of modern India. Brahmo Samaj was a reflection of the Bengal Renaissance. The organization took active participation in social emancipation, which included the abolition of sati, the caste system, child marriage, dowry, and in upliftment of the status of women in society.
Ever since the beginning of a political movement against the British government, leaders had been demanding constitutional reforms. Dadabhai Nauroji had already put forward the idea of Swaraj in the annual session of Congress held at Calcutta in 1906. Also, during the First World War, the Home Rule League movement was gaining momentum throughout the country. To satisfy popular demand, Edwin Montagu, then Secretary of State for India, made a declaration in the British Parliament on this day in 1917, defining the goal of British policies in India. This came to be known as the August Declaration. The August Declaration aimed at increasing association of Indians in administration with a view to the progressive realization of responsible governments in India. The declaration proposed to provide a dominion status to India after the Second World War. However, the leaders in India criticized the reforms as people demanded complete independence and not just a dominion status. The declaration was criticized in a session held at Calcutta in December 1917. Bal Gangadhar Tilak also characterized the reforms as unworthy and disappointing, a sunless dawn. This report, however, became the basis of the Government of India Act 1919, which remained the cornerstone of governance till India's independence in 1947. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar AIR News ke Sang. See you in the next episode tomorrow.